Hi everyone. This video is an update to Bibi Harjit Kaur's case. And so I will start off the video by thanking each individual, including all organizations and other attorneys in the background who helped assist with this case. The family and Bibi herself are deeply grateful for all the assistance that was provided over the course of the last several weeks. And I will also add right at the beginning, because there's a lot to talk about, that Bibi is on her way back to Punjab. She has already landed, or did land, in India. But the conversation that needs to be had is the way in which she was sent back. So if for those of you who saw my previous video, which was uploaded last Monday, and any articles that followed, the intention of the family, and specifically Bibi, was always that they were okay with being sent back, because as ICE has suggested in their response to the media articles that have come out, she did exhaust all her appeal options. That's factually correct. What's factually incorrect is that she was basically choosing to stay here when her case was denied, or even when the last appeal option ran out. And that's completely incorrect, because as I had stated earlier, and as I can state now again, the facts are that when Bibi's case was finally denied and went all the way up to the 9th Circuit, and she began checking in with ICE for over a course of 13 years, and she assisted them in any which way in order to procure that travel document, which is the condition of her release. ICE was unable to procure the travel document. That's number one. Number two, ICE was unable to, or still did not have, the travel document even when she was picked up over 2 weeks ago. In fact, even when I saw her last Monday, they still didn't have the travel document. So the ICE spokesperson in the media who states that that Bibi chose to remain here and did not go back and cost taxpayers money. In fact, actually, she contributed to the system. She worked lawfully, might I add. She worked lawfully while waiting to be sent back to Punjab based on the travel documents that ICE was trying to procure and was unable to get for her. So what transpired last week, and the update for that, is that Bibi, we were able to get a travel document by ourselves, and we were trying to negotiate with the ICE attorneys and the government for her to depart on a commercial flight. That's all we were asking for, right? So they were not responding to us directly. The only word we heard from the deportation officer was last Thursday that they were looking into our specific request, where the travel document was obviously made. They were made aware of that. We booked a ticket for this past Monday, where we had said, let the family meet her at SFO. We asked for two things. We had asked either to release her for 24, 48 hours. You can put ankle monitoring, you can do whatever you need to, but give her the chance to say her final goodbyes and take care of what she needs to take care of. And she will depart at SFO, or from SFO, on Monday. We had attached the flight, the flight ticket, everything was attached, and they basically stopped responding. And then what they did late Friday night, early Saturday morning around 2 a.m. is, without notifying the attorney, without notifying any advance notice to anybody, they took her from Mesa Verde, from Bakersfield, drove her to LA while in handcuffs yet again, and put her on a flight to Georgia. They didn't notify anybody. They didn't notify the attorney. They didn't notify anybody, including the family or the attorney, that she was basically being sent to the other side of the country. And then after basically looking and trying to locate her for over 24 hours, she finally was able to make a call from a facility out in Lumpkin, Georgia, which, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been to Lumpkin, and it's as remote can be. And she had called us. She was not able to tell us herself where she actually was. We had to get assistance. And she was only able to call certain periods of time. So again, just for time tracking just to track time, she gets in late Saturday, or early evening is when we finally hear where she is. On Sunday, still not getting or hearing anything from the ICE team in terms of our meet and confer request with the AUSA or reaching out to ICE directly, letting them know the flight's been booked, and at minimum just bring her to the airport at SFO, and a family member would like to assist her back to Punjab because of her age, her advanced age, and all the medication she's on. So completely just disregarded all of that. So on Sunday, what we did was we sent 2 individuals to the detention facility to meet BBG, and they denied the request. But they didn't just deny the request. They neither confirmed or denied that she was there, and instead they said come back on Tuesday, because they knew she wasn't going to be there on Tuesday, and they specifically said to them come back on Tuesday. We made urgent legal request calls with the facility. I still have that email. So the emails were sent Saturday, and today is Wednesday. So this morning I get a confirmation from that particular urgent legal request call for my client saying I'm able to talk to them in 2 days. My client's already back home in Punjab. Who am I talking to? Who am I speaking to? So the reason I'm going into detail about this is just to show you the good faith effort that we had made, that the family was making, and the good faith effort that was being made on the other side. And some might call it ice bashing, some might call it obviously speaking out, but at the end of the day, I'm speaking facts. I'm telling you matter of fact what took place. And there's nothing I'm adding, there's nothing, there's still a lot of things I need to share. And I would like to share how BBG's final 48 hours actually unfolded. So instead of putting her on a commercial flight at our request with a pre-booked ticket and meeting us at SFO, what they did was, going back to the timeline of when she was taken late Friday night and put on that flight from LA to Georgia, no food, no nothing at all. When she arrived in Georgia, so from Saturday up until she finally would have left, which was Monday night at 7 p.m. is when the flight approximately took off from Georgia. From that, those 48 hours, roughly, 60, 70 hours, she was not given a bed. She was sharing a holding room. It's those temporary holding rooms that they give to a lot of the detainees that they're trying to send out. So she was sharing it with multiple other people. There was no bed. There was a concrete bench. She was made to sleep on the floor. She was made to sleep on the floor with a blanket. She was unable to get up when she would lie down because, as I noted before, she had double knee replacement surgery. She would ask for food so she could take it with her medication. Those requests were ignored. Not that she wasn't fed at all, right? She was given a cheese sandwich. When she asked again to have something or even water to take with her medication, she was given a plate of ice. She was given a plate of ice. She explained she had dentures and she couldn't eat it. The guard told her, that's your fault. This is what was said to her. While she was there, she also again made the request to speak to her attorney. It was denied. While she was there, she was denied a shower the entire time. And prior to that flight on Monday around 7 p.m., her and other detainees were given wet wipes and told to just clean up before you board the flight. The flight then left from Georgia to Armenia, and then from Armenia to Delhi via a private ICE chartered plane. And throughout this entire ordeal, again, no food. Thankfully, they didn't cuff her, and even that, on the plane, they do usually cuff and shackle, and one officer apparently was going to do it, but there was another officer who said not to do it due to her age. But the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is this is how a 73-year-old grandmother was treated with no criminal record. And everyone can keep saying she had a final order removal and she was asked to leave. Correct, she was asked to leave. and she was complying. She was happy to leave. But for 13 years, she was told that there was no document to send her back. So she lived her life here. All her immediate family is here, and she worked. She contributed to the U.S. taxpayer system. She worked and didn't live off, Social Security or, any other sort of benefits that were that were based on lack of income. She was supporting herself despite all the odds being against her, and then finally was just told that you need to be locked up until we figure out how to get you back. And so, we're speaking about Bibi Harjit Kaur today, but the accountability needs to be put forward to really all these detention facilities across the country, because yes, this was given more light because of her advanced age, and yes, a lot of us, especially from the Punjabi community, have a personal feel to what occurred. But the reality is, in doing this for over 10 years, a lot of people are in this situation in ICE detention facilities as we speak. So we do need to push for a better immigration system, and which obviously has been the talk for several decades and is not novel or not new to just this administration. But what I will say is the manner in which this person was treated, and many others are still being treated, is completely unacceptable. So we will be following up with a separate complaint given on the conditions in which how Bibi Harjit Kaur was treated. But I will urge you to not only share this video, and I know it's a very long video, but also push and advocate for change for the treatment of other detainees who are in these facilities all across the United States. Thank you.